Hey, future me, we just started a new session. You know that because you put the thing. Today
Okay.
we might beat the game today. Possibly. It is a possibility that may happen even.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. That was too quick. That was way too quick.
Why? Why the game is be how it be? It seems like it's
Oh,
more likely to do it faster if you're closer to things, but it's also just so random. Like the same thing can just be like totally easy, or it can just be ridiculous from the exact same spot.
yeah. It's okay. I've got this in the bag.
That's why I prefer the little laser balls,
No,
even
no.
if they're not always as powerful. I think one of them made it over to the left, but
God.
it is he.
Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Welcome. There he is. I jumped too early. Oh,
Hey,
no. Stop it.
at
Stop
least
it.
it's slightly lenient. Oh god.
Okay. Stop it. Stop it. The other day when we played this, it was rage. Now it's just gonna be crying if I die here.
Crying. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just gonna be more of the same.
Yeah.
I hope. I hope they don't add like a new phase to it now. Oh, the new phase is these freaking guys. These freaking dudes. Oh my god.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Haven't even killed the crocodile, so I don't have to worry about respawning any. No.
At least he's not throwing fireballs, but they are.
Come on.
Oh god.
No.
Oh,
I can't see anything because there's too much on screen.
I would have gone back at that point. I think that's the strat. Lure some of the black ones over.
Black. Why'd you say it like that, huh?
Because they are literally massive black pixels. And I never really was able to put it into words before. I do like the simplicity of them just being just pitch black shapes with like no detail at all, like no like grays, no anything.
I like that they have this weird system set up where they can just run right up to you, but then don't explode until they're actually about to attack you. I guess it's just for anxiety. Just to trick you,
Yeah,
just to get you.
yeah. I like how the whole screen shakes. That's gonna be fun in editing.
Way too early. Just, I fucking hate this section so much. This is nothing. This is nothing.
There's no braining here. There's no thinking happening. It's just play, but not in the fun way. Like it's dumb. It reminds me of another game, but I don't know what. I guess Cuphead. Cuphead has more strategy.
No, dude, turn around.
What does this remind me of that I actually have played? Because I haven't really played Cuphead. That's had like a couple minutes.
Damn, just turn around.
Let me think. That's just weird. It's just a weird thing. It's an odd choice to put 3 of them instead of 2. It's an odd choice to put like 100 of these things instead of like 5. It doesn't really add to the difficulty. Because it's still simple. It's still just point your thing around. And the only thing that would make it you lose if you're like any good at the game is just chance. Like it has nothing to do with actual difficulty.
I feel like I just don't remember any of this if I've seen it before, which means this must just be the hard difficulty at play. Alright. You gonna
It's just there to test your patience, and that's meh. It's not really something I can say is.
Just need to get as many of them as possible.
Like, I'd like to just have a fight now. Like, I mean, I get it. Maybe he's gonna have a fight right after this, and he's just like coming after you. It's kind of that kind of reminds me of like Sonic 3, but like, but it's still just. I mean, it could be clever, but I just find it annoying because of how many enemies there are. And the fact that there's more than one screen of it, like it should absolutely just be one screen of enemies and then like a run, like you just run through.
Fucking, I'm trying to throw him to the right.
I don't really know how to judge this. We should just play it on normal mode if we play this again, because I would like to know what it's actually like on normal.
I want to play it on easy so we can just get through it.
No, I'd like to play it on normal so I can know.
Damn it. I wouldn't have had
Maybe I
any
will.
time.
Hate how they look when they're like crouched down. I love it and I hate it. It's like it's funny looking. Wow, they're so aggressive out of nowhere.
Why? Just fucking die.
I'm actually noticing that when they get close to you, they really do only die when they're in the beginning of their attack animation. Like they die instantly at that point, but they only die at that point if they're like right up on you. Well, never mind. I noticed that last time. I'm not noticing it as much this time. Yeah, I noticed it when they're in that animation, for sure. They just don't die at a distance. They just die when they're at a certain point in the animation. Okay. More for the flying one. This would look pretty good.
It's just not interesting anymore. Like, I was into this. I'm not into this. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing.
This screen is just unnecessary in general. Why is this screen here? If it weren't for the fact that they followed you, I'd just say run through them or something. But there's too many of them to do that anyway.
It's not that they follow you. It's that they just kill you if you ran through them.
They're just so annoying.
At this point, it's just my inability to dodge fire. Like, I'm just bad at dodging it.
Well, I'm noticing, yeah, I mean... There's a delay, though. And I don't know how much of that is actually the game or how much of that is the fact that we're previewing through OBS. But I feel like there's only, like, a few milliseconds of delay, like a couple frames.
Because the double jump sucks ass.
Because the only thing I'm noticing about your inputs is that you just spam the button, but, like, there's nothing wrong with that. You're doing that. You're doing it right by doing that. So it's like...
If I actually hit it twice, it probably just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Too early. Why did I do that? I keep getting tricked up by their wind up animation. I keep thinking that it's just gonna happen. I keep expecting it to be a thing that's just happening.
It's because other things in the game happen that there've been no wind up animations for like multiple things. Or it feels like that anyway. Because I feel like we had a talk about, or just like a mention of the fact that there was no wind up animation for a couple things that were really annoying.
I'm operating it literally as efficiently as possible right now. Not to toot my own horn. Just to say that it's the only way to beat this.
It's still just annoying as fuck. Like, if there's only like 4 or 5 of these in normal, that's fine. You know? But I don't know, this is still considered one of the hardest PlayStation games, so I actually don't know what the difficulty would change other than that. Honestly, I'd say we're pretty good at games if this is one of the hardest PS1 games on normal, and that's actually the thing, because... by we, I mean you, because you're the one who's playing the game, but...
This screen I'm ducking over and over again because they crouch, and you just don't... Nothing. You can't do anything to them. Ooh, I missed that.
Yeah, I thought it was early. It's pretty lenient. Just, I don't know. It's just frustrating that there's so many of them.
Please don't drop one on me.
Uh-oh. He's just gonna drop it right away.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. There's just enough delay before he actually jumps that it's really annoying. Yeah, at this point, I'd go back.
Nah, I don't trust that. I've been able to do this before. Well, that was new. That's a new death in that area. This isn't fun. This isn't fun anymore. It's not even angry. I'm not like as angry. It's just nothing. All right. And then they're just randomly aggressive.
I keep suggesting to go back because that splits up the enemies somewhat. Maybe the boss will follow you, but it'll still split up the enemies, and even though it'll take a little longer, it's just less likely you'll die that way.
Maybe.
You'll probably get more practice jumping over the fireball of the boss that way. I mean, I don't see a need to do that on this screen, but on the next screen, it's frustrating. Because, like, here's what I would do. I would just put the two gator guys and have them all be throwing fireballs. Like, none of the black pixelated ones on that screen. But instead, they just have the boss in the background, and it's just one of those annoying screens with the gator guys and...
Fucking god damn it.
Also, I'm still not even sure if the boss ever throws fireballs on this side of the screen. I just don't even know. See, that should be the number of them that are on that screen, if any. What?
They put dudes there to keep you from going back.
Oh my god.
Okay, good to know. Fucking fuck you, game. Yeah, I gotcha.
I don't like that they fly.
They fly now? They fly now.
Like, I don't like that in general. Like, I thought it was cute the first time they did it. I was like, huh, that's a funny animation. You know, but like, every single time they've done it, I've just been like, okay, that's unnecessary.
It's just gonna be it's just gonna have to be one of those, I'll just have to concentrate. Need just absolute silence. I mean, you don't have to stop talking. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna say anything.
It's not much to say.
Except that this area sucks. This is the worst final climax I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen worse. Ooh. What? That didn't even look like it was an early... I heard you press it immediately, but he was close enough that I really did not think that was doable. The fact that that was too late is what's annoying. And maybe that is just our setup. Like, maybe it's just because it's not going straight to a fucking TV. But obviously, I have to output it to something to record to. And since capture cards don't support resolutions that are odd or signals that are not directly from one of the mainline consoles, it just doesn't like it.
Do it, man. Like, it's not cute. It's just stupid. You're worthless. Fuck. Just stop. Like, I'm getting him. Like, why did that get him so quickly?
Okay.
I like to say that I'm doing literally nothing wrong or different than what was happening last time.
I think one thing about this that makes it even harder to like excuse it in any way is how late in the game, as far as 2D side-scrolling games, this came out. Like this is the PlayStation era. You have checkpoints. You have all these things. Like it's not excusable. Like it's not understandable the same way something crazy hard on like the NES is. It's like, well, maybe they just couldn't put pro checkpoints, and so they just decided, you know what, fine, it can just be really hard. You know? I mean, those are probably more likely to rage quit, but like I can understand from a developer standpoint, like why it would probably be like at a point where it's like, well, maybe I would have liked to have checkpoints in my game, but I couldn't figure it out. And also, we had like a certain dev time, and though I don't know exactly how hard those systems would have been to program for, given that they were so simple in nature.
I walked too far forward, kind of almost in the middle of the screen. Oh, why did I accidentally press that? My finger settled down on it. I'm holding this with like my index fingers on both the square and cross buttons, by the way. I thought that was too late. Or too early. I thought that was too late.
Honestly, I would complain or be like, oh, why don't you just hold it like by the grips? But I mean, there's nothing like if you're using an Atari controller, like that's the way you do it. You know? Not that this is an Atari game. You know?
That was my fault.
I know for me, the reason I would be doing it like this or messing up like that would be because I had my.
Well, I hit the jump button and didn't even do anything that time.
If I was holding the controller like that, I would be messing up like that, but it wouldn't be because I jumped slightly early or slightly late. It'd be because I just jumped at the total wrong time because I'm not used to my fingers being on top of the controller.
Love that, like, that entire time,
However,
the only thing that went wrong was simply because the lightning did not touch them a single time. And all four of them just spawned back. Alright, awesome.
yeah, seriously, this is just too much. Do you think this would be easier? I mean, it would absolutely take a lot longer. Do you think this would be easier or harder with, like, the laser balls?
Harder.
I think it would be easier. Because you could actually, like,
No.
consciously do things.
The thing is
I mean, with this many enemies, it would take way longer, but I think you'd die less.
What's happening with the lightning
the
is that
early
they're
parts.
just it's consistently doing damage and they're not dodging it at all. Where the fireballs are just, they can just jump over or do whatever at any point. It can just completely negate, or they can just completely neglect anything that happens from it because of either the distance and the speed of it, or just because it'll just hit them and not kill them. The same way the lightning's been doing, but the drawback with the lightning is that it's just inconsistent.
Well, the ones on the left is trying to come back over for no
They're not
reason.
going to. No! Why is there four of them? He just, it's like, there's already RNG with these three, so I just need to, this is gonna take me 50 chances just because I need to make sure I just have to wait for when the random chance decides that the alligators won't stand over their pieces. This is nothing. This is nothing. This is a boss fight that is solely relies on random chance and the arbitrary nature of their health. Whatever this programming is. I was gonna be a little more generous with this, but I'm actually gonna give this a terrible score when we finish. Like, actually, a very, very, very bad score. Awful score. Awful. You're an awful game. As much as there are plenty of good moments or moments where I say that I greatly enjoyed it, I can't excuse such a horrible finale. Such a horrible, just section.
It'll be even worse if this isn't the finale. Like, if you have to do a separate boss, like, this is already hard enough. Like I know, like, the setup, like, the framing of it is that you're about to fight the final boss, and that getting there.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
no, there's definitely more because the whole reason we're even doing this is to get that final piece of the crystal, remember?
Yeah.
So we have to fight him with the green. I'm just waiting to get to that checkpoint.
But like with the difficulty of this section, the fact that they put like that, like the most annoying thing in the game up to this point is just having these guys next to the alligator dudes. And the fact that they're both on the same screen, that's already annoying. And then you've also added an extra layer to that while also having it be the most you've ever done at once. Also, wow, thanks. Like, that's just that it's too ridiculous not to be the very end of the game. And heck, I haven't even played the rest of the game. I could probably get just as far as you. Almost as consistently. Just because so much of it is just technically the solution is really easy. But it's totally random chance. So it's not actually easy. It's just because for the rest of the game, you had the mixture of like puzzles to do, like places to get to, things to jump on, and
Jesus Christ!
switches to press. It looks like there's more of them now. I mean, I know they're not, but they're just less bunched. But
I'm getting like 50,000 emails today. Stop it. I don't know why, like, when I'm recording, the presence of anything just, like, irritates me. Just, like, my phone goes off. I'm like, shut up.
check that photo.
I'm just on
Oh my
do
god,
not
I keep
disturb
getting
mode.
freaking. Thomas says, hello. Me and my friend are booting up a Minecraft server for 1.18. You are all free to join if you're interested. So I assume that's actually the same notification you
Is that a
got,
ping?
but I got it later. Yeah, I got it. It vibrated as I took it out of my pocket, which was like 20 seconds after yours vibrated. I really miss using my old phone just for that one specific thing, that the vibrations are so obnoxious that everyone in the room can absolutely tell that your phone has vibrated. So if I don't notice, somebody else in the room noticed. And so when I check my phone, nobody's like, oh, dude, he's just getting on his phone and ignoring us. It was like, no, clearly I got a notification. Everyone felt it.
Just stop getting on top of me! The last thing I need is that animation they do where they just strangle you. Just stop. God, it's so frustrating. It's so obnoxious.
Like,
It's
if they're
just
gonna
nothing.
fly, why don't they fly above you and then stop? Like, why do they fly in such a way where they don't settle on top of you where you can, like, stop them? Like, why do they glitch, like, they almost glitch past that position directly above you? Like, why are you even able to shoot directly up? Because, like, it's never helpful. You have to do diagonals because that's the only place they'll stay. Well, never mind. But that seems like their goal is always to jump past you.
I'm fine with them stopping on my left and right. I don't care that I have to move back and forth. I just hate that they get on me and then they drag me to the middle of the screen, which I already stopped in the middle of the screen here, but on this first screen, it's not that bad.
But like, since there's so
It's
many of
horrible
them,
when there's the alligators.
since there's so many of them, fighting them should be like a rhythm, and like the rhythm would be much better if they actually just settled right above you for like just long enough to kill one, you know?
Fucking fly flew up my nose. That should have killed me, I guess.
The world is like actively like, no, Chris can't do it. We won't let him.
Just stop, just stop, just stop, just stop. Arbitrary
What the
health
fuck?
bars. The fact that that's like a speculation is sad because like that just shouldn't have to be a thing. People wonder like, oh, well, do they actually have health bars that we're just not aware of?
Yeah, because like, I think they literally die in certain parts of their animations. It's not based on anything else. Some of them die instantly when you hit them.
That would have killed me. I don't know. I have to pay so much attention. No, stop it. No, 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 no. God, it's so frustrating. I thought I was dead there.
No.
It's fine. I just have to get the alligators by themselves, and then it'll be really difficult. I got one of their goos. No, stop it. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. No. No, no, no.
Okay.
Shit. Fuck. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's
Oh my
okay.
god.
I did
Come
3.
on. Fuck this game, dude.
Okay. Alright, thanks for pointing down. Fella. Funny because there was that one spot that took half an hour, and it was just that one part of the chapter. You want to take a try? You want to take a crack at it?
I will. I will do that. I didn't know jump was X. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I did. Or I hadn't been thinking about it. Wow. The animations are so fast for how large this controller is. Like, this controller is very wide, so it takes me too long to get to the jump button. Like, I'm used to games running slow on the PlayStation because this is an early 3D console. You don't expect to have like really fast inputs.
You want to adhere to that rule that if you rage quit, it's a 0?
I don't know, because oh my god, some of it might be player related, but not necessarily in this game. I don't know. This is fucking annoying. I hate these guys so much. What? See, it doesn't even look hard when you're doing it. When you're doing it, like, it looks like, okay, so clearly you jump at a certain time, but like I see that they're doing the animation, and it's already too late. I see them start to do the animation, and based on my response time playing video games, I could not do it.
God, stop. Why did they make that the most annoying, frustrating, non-responsive set of inputs? It's dumb. Don't make some arbitrary momentum-based thing where you have to hold it. It's not.
I would rather them actually just kill you.
It's not that you have to press left and right, just like tapping them in a sequence. It's that you have to hold it for a certain amount of time to build up the animation frames, and then press like left, right. It's not left, right. Like, it's not just.
And if you have any input lag, it's like gonna be worse. I really need an HDMI splitter and then like an HDMI to composite thing. Actually, no, that's not at all what I need.
Last night, I was thinking to myself, as I was going to give this game a more generous score, I was thinking that what this game could use is a remake, like you said, where they fix the inputs and the hitboxes, and it would probably be a nicer game.
One thing I was thinking was like, maybe it's easier to get things timed well if you're on a CRT, because maybe the lag is just gonna be less than on an HD TV. But you know, I don't know. I feel like the way the game is designed, even if the timings were more on point with what you were seeing on the screen, I feel like that just adjusts when you press the buttons, when you get used to pressing the buttons. You've learned the game with these delays, and it's still hard. Like, you've gotten used to this delay when pressing buttons. So, it's not even that's the problem. So, it's definitely the game. But I was just thinking, like, if I just plugged just the composite output into a CRT, would it actually be better? Probably not. Maybe be a little faster. Like it'd be a little more responsive, but I don't feel like that would actually change anything.
Just a lot of this content, a lot of this playtime, a lot of what's being dedicated right now is nothing. Not even filler. It's just air. It's just air in your Lay's chips potato bag. It's such nothing that this like combined with how long it was taking the other night is like what, over an hour at this point on this one part. Maybe like we're maybe at like the 45-minute mark.
Yeah.
That one area took like half an hour.
We just hit 40 minutes on this recording, or about
Okay, so yeah, over an hour basically.
One thing I want to know, since I know you went to like the settings screen and stuff, did you change the controls?
Yeah.
These feel like default controls, but
No. I think triangle was like the run button or something. I don't know. No, the attack button was circle and the run button was square, but I changed attack to square.
Oh, that's actually worse.
That's
I was
not
gonna say maybe like I was gonna say maybe you changed it and maybe that's why it's harder. Maybe you're supposed to learn it a certain way, but like no, that sounds like a worse control scheme.
I changed it to be
than what
more
you
sensible
changed
to
it
my
to.
modern brain.
Like circle
it's-
being anything in this game is annoying. Like I understand on like Super Nintendo that was like A, but no. This isn't a Super Nintendo controller. That controller doesn't have handles.
You have to account for what you know is the delay of animation. Also, that was 4 dudes. Now it's just 3 dudes back to square one. Now it's 4 dudes. This is the most arbitrary nothing that I've ever nothinged. This is just nothing. This is nothing. This game is not worth anything. Alright. Yeah, I'm not finishing this game. I don't care anymore. This isn't a game I'm spending my time on anymore. 0.
0. Fair. I was gonna give it a 6 earlier today, but that was because I thought you liked it.
Your game's not worth
honestly.
finishing. Your game's not worth finishing. It's not worth anything.
Because there's a lot of work that went into it. There's a lot of good about it, but it's also just too janky for being this
Nothing can
late
be
in the game as far as 2D
you can't
platformers
appreciate
go.
it if you can't.
Like,
If you can't
this
even
came
finish
out-
it, then what's the point of what's good in it? Because you can't even appreciate.
Like, I think the year this came out does affect the product. Because if this came out on PS2, this game would have been like, nobody would have ever liked it, ever. Because even if the compression looked better and all that, because if it came out as it is on PS2, by then it's just like, this is an old enough genre that is done in such a way where, like, wait, is that normal difficulty?
Well,
Did
this-
it actually
I'm-
change?
I'm on player 2.
Oh. So when looking up this game's difficulty levels, I found this article saying 15 hardest PS1 games of all time first before finding any information about it. And the 2 parts of this article it's showing is just funny. In fact, Heart of Darkness could give Driver a run for its money in the ... Tomb Raider 3 is on a different difficulty level though. Bad. Honestly, I don't want to say 0 like as if I'm being serious about it actually being a 0. When we say 0, it just means we don't find it and honestly, when we're reviewing a game, we're reviewing it based on the difficulty and platform that we played it on, really. Like technically we could replay and re-review all these games on different platforms and potentially have very different ratings. Obviously, this is a PS1 exclusive, but you know, maybe normal difficulty would be fun to some extent, especially for replays. But on hard difficulty, this is absolutely just not worth getting past this part. Thank you all for watching this episode of the Vintage Defectors Show. We have given this game a 0 out of 10 on the hard difficulty. There is a possibility that we will return to this game in the future and finish it up, but for now, consider this a completed playthrough. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry it got a little grim at the end there, a little sad, a little critical. The next game will be a lot more of a upbeat type game. It'll be me and Josh playing Hoonie Pop. It's a rather old series that we recorded a while ago. It's one of the earliest recordings I still have. So look forward to that, and you'll be seeing more of Chris on the channel soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.